Today we're going on a full walking tour of a beautifully restored property right here in the Santarém district of Central Portugal. It's set on over 8,000 square meters, which is about 2 acres in size. It's a turnkey property with 2 fully equipped living spaces. One is a stylish 2-bedroom home. The other is a self-contained studio apartment. Both have been finished to an exceptionally high standard and are completely ready to move into. The property has an AL license, which means that you're legally allowed to rent it out as tourist accommodation. So whether you're thinking of starting a tourism project here in Central Portugal, that part is already sorted. And if you wanted to expand, there's space and even plans for an additional studio apartment module. The land is clean, it's productive, with fruit trees, a borehole with purification system, and it's all powered by solar panels with battery storage. In terms of location, we're just outside the village of Ferreira do Zêzere in the Santarém district of Central Portugal. The village has everything you need, from restaurants, cafes, supermarkets, schools, a healthcare centre, and even a fire station. This village is named after the Zêzere River, which is the second longest river entirely within Portuguese territory. It starts way up in the Serra da Estrela Mountains and eventually flows into the Tagus River through Lisbon and out into the Atlantic Ocean. This river forms the second largest hydrographic basin in the country, and the lake it feeds is lined with some of Portugal's best river beaches, known for their mild waters and floating pools. This whole area is brilliant for water sports, hiking, and exploring the region, full of history and legends of the Knights Templar. It's also very easy to get here, just an hour and a half from Portugal's capital city Lisbon and its airport, and around 2 hours from Porto and its airport, and about 3.5 hours to Faro in the Algarve, which also has an airport. I'm Ken from OKportugal, and join me on a full walking tour of this amazing property. This property is called Quinta Senhora do Carmo, and we can see just how beautiful it is. And before we get to all of these houses, I want to take us back up to the top, to the entrance of the property, so we can start from there. These are the front gates, and we can see Quinta Senhora do Carmo. This is the entrance to the property, and open up these gates and let's go through. Now this property has mains electricity, it has mains water, it also has boreholes, so there's a borehole that actually supplies the house, and it has solar. And this is the driveway, this is the border, the limit on the side, and we have this part which is all fenced off. We're going to show you that in a moment. There's an access to get onto this side of the property through here, and then there's the main access to the property just down here. And you can also see that everything here is pretty much brand new. Now the limit of the property is where you see the gravel, so the gravel sides here, this is the limit of the property, and it goes around and around through here. We've got some beautiful trees, we've got some big eucalyptus over here, we have some Nespereira or loquat over here, lots of olive trees. We also have lots of these little lights dotted all around the place for illuminating this area at night time. This is the holiday apartment, and on the left we have the main 2-bedroom house. So we're off to a pretty good start. I mean, how is this place? It's absolutely immaculate. And yeah, I think you're going to be amazed. I've just done a walking tour through it to prepare for the video, and I'm quite amazed at what this place has to offer. So these are the gates that we walked through. Just on the side over here, we have the solar system. So if we have a look in here, we have a really nice system that's basically runs the house. Here's the actual unit here from Solus. And these are the batteries. There's 4 2.4 kilowatt hour batteries. So a really nice setup. And that's fed by 5,000 watts of solar panels. And there's actually plenty of space in front of these solar panels to run additional arrays going all the way down here and through. So you could have an absolutely massive solar system. All right, let's make our way to the main house and just wait till we see this. So again, this is a new build. I believe they were saying that there was parts of the old farmhouse just on this side here. But the rest of it's all brand new construction. We can see new roof, we've got gutters, we've got beautiful little manicured gardens, lovely little lawns on the outside here, beautiful trees and things planted. All of this green lawn, we are in summer now. Look how green everything is. There's an automatic irrigation system that's basically taking care of the gardens and making everything just look absolutely beautiful. And let's just go around the corner here. We can see there's a lovely porch. Actually, before we get there, just look to the left, how we've got lots of space for parking. We also have this whole area here. This is actually all classified as urban land, so you can build on all of this. So there's additional building space. Let's just spin you around and show you what this house looks like from this side. So a 2-bedroom house, air conditioning. Look, we've got solar water heating just up there. Incredibly thick walls, really good insulation in the windows, so thermal insulation, acoustic insulation. But how's this porch area? How nice is that? And as we step up here, we can see we've got a dining area, we have a lounging area. Just have a look at this pool. So this is a beautiful saltwater pool here, and Yeah, well, we'll get there in a moment. But before we get there, let's have a look inside this lovely house. So we open up those doors and they just glide. And let me just show you as you step through the threshold into this really nice, light and airy room. And we have the living room just on this side. This is actually a pull-out couch, so you can sleep more guests there. As I mentioned in the intro, this property has an AL license, which basically means that you can rent these apartments out legally and you can earn money out of them. So you can put them on Airbnb or booking.com. And look at them, I mean, they're absolutely set up for it. So this is a wood-burning stove that can be used for heating if you don't want to use the air conditioner. Just look at this. So on this side you can put wood and then you can cook on the top here, or you can cook in the oven here. Really nice. And then we've got these extractor hobs that open up and provide lighting as well. And let me just close that. That one's a bit loud. We have this induction hob, so really nice induction, really nice oven, beautiful counters. Let me just step back so you can take this all in. Loads and loads of storage, and this is like an oak finish on the cabinets. And I think this one over here is a washing machine, so you can do washing. Really nice. Look at the high quality finishes on everything. And plenty of storage. Plenty of storage. Let's go through here. We've got all brand new. Nothing's been used. It's all brand new. No one slept here before. No one's used anything. It's all ready to go. Just through this side, we have a bathroom. There's the light for the bathroom. Let's try that again. So the bathroom has some really nice green tiles. We have the extraction fan. We have the basin just on this side. Now, because this is all set up for tourism, it's got everything. It has the medical aid kit. It has fire extinguishers. It has everything that you legally need to rent this out. And then on this side over here, we have really nice storage. This whole place is just built for storage. So you can store all of the linen and everything that you need. Let me just turn you around from this side and just show you what this apartment looks like. So a lovely space, very inviting. Space for dining, space for lounging. Downstairs we have a beautiful bedroom with the floors in like an oak style. Really nice big bed. This looks bigger than a regular double, so I'd say a queen. And as we walk through, we've got an absolute ton of storage on this side. Really deep cabinets. And let me just stand back in this corner over here and just show you what this room looks like. Very, very inviting. And no one has stayed in there before, so it's brand new. And let's just spin around here. I haven't actually looked through here yet. We've got a door that leads us outside and to the point where we were standing earlier where we did the intro. So a lovely little door going out to this private garden. And let me spin you around this way. This is the door that goes through to the bathroom. Really nice subtle lighting, and you don't really need that much lighting when you've got all of this natural light coming through these big windows. And when we look at these windows, just look how thick they are. Really thick units, double glazing. Also I love these little features that they put. It's almost like little balconies outside here, even though it's a window. So really nice windows, really seals you off from the outside world. That's that little apartment that we're going to see in a moment. Also below here, look at this, more storage. I mean, the main theme with these places are they've built them, but they've also put tons of storage in here. We get a little mirror wave on that side, a sink, more storage, space for a bidet and a toilet. And let's stand around this side here and just show you. We've got a walk-in shower, really lovely tiles on the wall. I like that light blue. And it's just a step in. Clean, modern, minimal, and very comfortable looking. Awesome lamps, light shades. So this is what it looks like when you walk out through here. Kitchen this side, living room this side, sofa bed, so you can fit 2 here, 2 in the other room. And wait till we go upstairs. And As we climb up the stairs, I just want to point out there is air conditioning, so this is one of the units up here. It seems to be split between 2 floors, so I think it's a huge unit that probably does everything. And as we go up, look at this beautiful space. So this entire loft area here is just one huge bedroom. How lovely is that? And let me just stand back in this direction here. There is an absolute ton of storage going through here. Let's just open up one of these so you can have an idea. And this extends all the way along into this side over here where there's a nice little working space. There's lots of plug sockets absolutely everywhere. Even more drawer space for working. And let me just spin you around from this side and show you what this looks like. Really, really nice. And let's just have a look through this window, like over here, and out and down to the swimming pool area and to the rest of the village. And from here, I mean, you can just imagine how nice it is to stay up here. We've got this huge bed. We also have this huge sofa, which also doubles as another bed. And then we have an absolute ton of storage again. Look at this. So, big cupboards. As I said before, we've got all of the equipment here for you to immediately start running with the tourism business. And all of the things that you see in the house, all of the bedding, everything is included. They even have towels and different things that have the name of the farm on them. It's even on the bedding. Look at that. Amazing. So this is a really good opportunity for someone who wants to set up a business here, perhaps stay in one of these buildings and rent out some of the other ones to offset costs. This is the little bathroom up on this side. Again, lots of storage. And then we can see from this side we have the shower. And it's all brand new. Look at that. And then we have the toilet in here. And God, it's amazing. I really like the way that they've done all of this. Looks incredible. So let's just spin around from this side. We can see the bed, we can see the A-frame of the roof, and another really nice room. So what do you think so far? Pretty good, huh? Now we've got a lot more to see, so come with me as we venture onto the rest of it. And let's just go down, let's have one last peek of this big room over here. And let's go outside now and have a look at what it looks like from the doors here. So straight onto the porch. Imagine having your lunches or dinners out here, entertaining people just on the side here, and then going down to this glorious swimming pool. Now before we get down to this pool, I want to show you the other accommodation area, and we'll walk back up through here again to where we started the video, and we can see the other unit is just on the side. So we have a nice separation, a nice gap. I mean, you could have 2 separate families staying down here. You could rent out the entire thing as one. Perhaps you could have that 2-bedroom place as your house, and you can just rent out this unit. On the side here we have our car. We got Gina in there. Hello, Gina. And as you can see, there's a parking space here where you could put a couple of cars. Maybe 2 or 3 cars could squeeze in there if Gina parked a little bit further back. This is the apartment. So it's clad in wood. We've got gutters on it. It has a flat roof. We can see we've got a nice stainless steel chimney just out the side there. We have some nice little plants. Imagine this is all planted up. All these plants are going to grow. And look at this, a nice big door with frosted glass leading into a very stylish apartment. So we have some oak effect floors. We have all of this oak effect cabinetry, which is in the kitchen area. We have a brand new appliances again. I mean, look at that. Unused, ready to go. And lots of storage. What's in this one? Let's see. We have the water heater in this one. So the main house has a solar water heater. This one seems to have an electric water heater. But again, we've got solar, so, you know, it's not a problem. And then we have a very similar kitchen, the same kind of countertops, same kind of doors, really high-end, lovely sink. Storage space up top. Another one of these, I presume, where you pull this out. Now look at that. induction hob, really nice oven, plenty of storage, and let me spin you around. We have a lovely little balcony area, but before we get there, have a look at this. This is all storage on this side, and we have a little place to eat that could also go outside, and we've got cupboards after cupboards, plenty of storage. But then look at this one. This is a bathroom, and let me just turn on the lights, and here we go. So lovely little bathroom. We have a walk-in shower in here. I like the effect of the tiles on the back wall there with the little flowers. And we have everything we need. Look, we have first aid kits down here. We have the sink, we have the toilet, a nice big mirror. Very, very, very nice space. And as we walk out, it takes us onto the rest. Let me just close this up and switch these lights off. And spin you around. I hope I'm not making you dizzy with all that motion. So really cool space. And then let's go around and see where the sleeping area is. A really clever use of space. It feels like a completely separate bedroom in quite a small space, but they've given you nice large areas. So a really big bed, plenty of space on either side of the bed with storage. Again, we have way more storage up on the top here, and we have a wood burning stove just on the side here, which is what that chimney was for. And then from bed, look at this. Look at this absolutely epic view onto this green garden. All green right now in the summertime. And then we have these big doors, big sliding doors that take us out onto this lovely balcony. And just look at this. You can see back to the parking area. We can see all of the trees. Now the actual limit of the ground goes past this brown area here, so just to the edge. It actually extends a little bit further apparently down in this direction, but for today we're actually only going to be seeing all of this area here and into the parking lot. And I did say earlier that you could actually take the kitchen table outside, but look, there's already got a table outside, so you don't even need to do that. So we're going to walk through this apartment again, and we're going to go on a tour. Look, there's a fire extinguisher there. We're going to go on a tour of the rest of the land. And again, what do you think of this so far? Drop us a comment. So directly from here we can go straight to the swimming pool area. Obviously the main house also has access through to the swimming pool area, and we have these really lovely gardens. Look at this lawn, and the lawn's looked after by that automatic irrigation system. We have good drainage systems going all the way through, so you're not going to get any flooding or anything like that. And then we've got these lights that are going to light everything up at night time, and these are actually solar lights, so they don't need any electricity. I really love how they've landscaped all of this. It feels very rustic and rural, but it also feels very high-end with these manicured lawns and this really stunning garden. All right, let's go to the swimming pool. I was going to do it a little bit later, but we have to check it out now. What an impressive pool with space for 4 big sun lounges. Now this is a salt swimming pool, so it's much more mild than having a regular chlorine pool. And well, we can see, look at it, it's got a lovely sort of dark color at the bottom. It stays a really lovely temperature. The owner was saying that at night time it's a really good temperature to swim in as well. It holds all of its heat. Oh, and just over here they've got a very nice place for showering. So this is a big stainless steel shower, and I like this bit of granite stone that they've got at the bottom. Let's just stand back here and take this all in. What an amazing pool area, what an amazing area to chill and relax. Right, so let's have a look at the filtration system of the swimming pool, which is just on this front corner over here. And they have a very nice system in here, as you would expect, with a big sand filter and all of the different units to make chlorine out of salt water. So really, really nice pool system. And that helps to keep this pool absolutely crystal clear and in great condition. So in front of the pool we have another building over here, and it's going to have quite a few different uses and possibilities. And I think before we get to that, I want to turn your attention to this beautiful garden that they've made here. It's obviously been landscaped quite recently, so we can see this all still has to grow back, but look at all the lovely little flowers that they've been putting in and around. We've got really nice stonework with coniferous plants. We've got some succulents over here. We have, a whole bunch of little flowers, lovely granite stones. This actually leads into an area on the back here where you can park cars for the main house, but you can also build, look at this, a nice big building plot. This is urban land, so you could build another house there, you could put some more holiday apartments there. Look at these little steps, these little granite steps that lead up onto the terraces. Lots of little stepping stones going through. Look at this, a lovely little bench to sit back here and just enjoy the views. And now we're in a little bit of a forest with pine and oak, and we can see this area still has to grow up a little bit more, but we have lots of shade. We have some beautiful chestnut trees, a really nice garden. Look at that, exceptional, really exceptional. Now this over here is another building, and earlier on in the intro I was talking about how there are plans for what this could be. So at the moment it's obviously a garage and a storage space, but it has plans to put a bathroom in here just along the end, and then obviously a storage space and a single bed, like a single bedroom. In fact, I think you can actually put a double bed in here, but it would be a single bedroom, and then obviously open this up. They have these concrete posts in the ground here ready for a deck. So this is going to support a deck coming out the side for this little cabin. So you can imagine this could actually be turned into another nice little living accommodation. Now they were definitely going to put the bathroom toilets in here, and that was going to be for the swimming pool. And he was also saying that maybe this could be like a spa treatment room, where you have a bed here where people could get massages and things like that. Let me just show you how nice all of the landscaping is out here. And again, imagine if this was all a big deck out the back here, and you could have some chairs and tables. Listen to the sound of those cicadas. So we have lovely cicadas in the woods here. Oh, and actually I forgot to mention, look at all these olive trees. Huge olive trees, really big, well, like mature ones. Look at that, it's absolutely towering above this house, towering above me. So you're going to be able to get some nice olives out of here. And on this side of the building, this is a completely separate side, we have the water treatment plant. So this is basically what treats all of the borehole water. And if we go in here, we can see we have a giant deposit tank, and the water gets pumped out of the borehole, goes into this deposit tank over here, and this deposit tank is connected up to this, which is basically a dosing pump. This basically is the computer that gets the dose right for chlorine. So this is the chlorine over here, and just like municipal water where they put chlorine in the water to help purify it, this system gets the levels exactly perfect. And then this big blue thing over here, this is a gigantic filter, and this filters the water before it goes into the house. So not only is it chlorinated, but it goes through an absolutely huge filter. I mean, just look at the quality of this. This is a real high-end system, and it's all in this room, all with lighting, electrics. Really nice. And let's just see, there's one other thing that I didn't show you down here, and that's just around the corner, and that's the borehole. So as we can see, we've got tap points all over the place for connecting sprinklers and things like that. But underneath this pile over here, this is where the borehole is. It's a huge borehole. Obviously this is servicing the whole house, it's servicing the swimming pool and everything. So although this property does have municipal water connected to it, you don't have to use it. You can actually just use your own water straight out of the ground, and it's all nice, clean and filtered and ready to drink. So I think they've done a very good job with this place. It's not often that you find something that's been brand new, newly renovated, that's ready to move straight into, that's ready to actually run as a business with all of the licenses and everything, that has this level of equipment and fixtures and fittings. I think this is pretty special. And I think if I was going to make one criticism over this entire place, I would say that in the background here, we can see just behind the house, there is actually an electricity pylon. And the beauty of this property is that when you're actually on the land and you're all the way up here, you're in the houses, you are actually always looking down and through the gardens, and you're looking out into the valley. And so you don't really even notice it. Now, it's obviously something that I like to bring up, because at the end of the day, if you're going to come all the way out to Portugal to look at your dream property, maybe this is the one, and you don't know that there is something like that that does exist just behind the houses, that could be something that puts you off. But for me personally, the way that the whole house is laid out, the gardens, and the way that all of the buildings point down in this direction and down towards the valley, I don't really think that those electricity pylons are anything that you need to worry about. Now, if you're interested in putting in an offer or booking a visit to Quinta Senhora de Carmo, have a look in the video description below. I'm going to put the contact details for the real estate agent that's selling this property. Contact Deanna directly. I'm sure she'd love to hear from you. I'm going to put her WhatsApp, I'm going to put her email, and who knows, this could be your paradise in Central Portugal. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and catch us next time for another video tour. All the best. Ciao.